Hello, everyone. Thank you. I see people are coming on and joining us for the Ivanhoe Trail Pipeline Renewal Project public meeting. We're really glad that you're here. I'm Cynthia Miller with Austin Water's Public Information Office, and we'll go ahead and kick things off. Well, there we go. Okay, tonight we're going to introduce everyone. We've got a great panel here, our project team. We're going to give you an overview of the project, take any questions, and make sure you've got contact information as we wrap things up. So we'll get started. Lisa, you can kick us off.
I'm Lisa Whitworth. I am the project manager to start this project off, and OB will be taking over after I retire in August.
Okay,
Hello.
OB.
Hello, my name is Obina Ebuna. I just go by Obi. I'm also a project manager for Capital Delivery Services. And like Lisa said, I'll be taking over August 1st.
Tracy.
Good evening. My name is Tracy and I'm with the Austin Water Project sponsor.
Okay, Jason.
How you doing? Jason Martinez, City Inspector.
Okay, and Kevin, where are you?
I am here. You guys can't see me? I'm
There
here.
you are.
All righty. Hey, I'm Kevin Jones. I'm the supervisor for the construction inspection team.
Awesome. And Claire.
I'm Claire Simbera. I am part of the engineering firm that designed this project.
And I'm Ron
Whoops.
Greer with
Uh-oh, sorry. Ron, go ahead.
Facilities Rehabilitation. Our firm will be the contractor on site.
And I'm Cynthia Miller. I've already introduced myself, and apparently my PowerPoint really wants to run. Okay, Lydia.
I'm Lydia Van Buren, a colleague of Cynthia's at the Public Information Office, here to facilitate this meeting.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this project. This project is part of an overall program that we have at Austin Water called Renewing Austin, and it's a terrific effort. It's a program dedicated to making sure that our water infrastructure is reliable today and that we're prepared for tomorrow. So we are going around throughout the city and replacing aging, deteriorating water and wastewater lines that are at risk for breaks and leaks. And in this neighborhood, there are several lines that need to be taken care of as well. So in your neighborhood, we are going to install almost 5,000 linear feet of new water mains. These mains are bigger pipes than you've got there right now, meaning a higher volume of water can flow. The pipes you've got currently are about 40 years old. They're very prone to breaks and leaks. We probably don't have to tell you all that. And so this will be an excellent rehabilitation project. So you can see from this map where we're going to be installing new lines, several areas south of West Slaughter Lane. You guys can read for yourselves and look at the map and see where we'll be working. But we're on Ivanhoe and Jubilee Trails, Foxton and Larson Coves, and Wadsworth Way. Okay, now Lisa Whitworth, and very experienced project manager, is going to tell you guys what to expect.
So first of all, this is construction, so it's going to be messy, and for sure by the time this project is done, you're going to be really sick of us, and that's somewhat unavoidable. I'm going to be honest with you. Now, this project is going to probably be in front of your house up to 3 times. You're going to have the installation of the new line in a trench, and then they will have a small crew come behind and lay service lines across to each home. Then there will be another crew that comes through and pulls up the old line after all the new line is installed and you've been switched over to that. And then there may be another crew that comes in and works on the trenches and recompacts them to make sure that they don't sink later. And so at any time there could be multiple people on the street, but in different areas. But fear not, we will get this done, and hopefully before our deadline. That's what we always hope for. You want to go to the next one? Okay, so this construction is open cut, which just means there's a trench running lengthwise down the street. As you can see, it'll be about 4 foot deep, maybe a little deeper than 4 foot. The team will facilitate at any time if you need to get out of your driveway and we're right in front. If you can let us know, call the inspector, even talk to the crew, but just let us know and we will ensure that you're able to get out of your driveway. We are not here to block you in for an entire day. Just give us about 15 minutes ahead of time and we'll get out there and we'll get it to where you can exit your driveway. There will be a jumper on this project, which is like a garden hose type size pipe that will service a home temporarily, and it will be coming out of the trench. Just leave it alone, pretend it's not there. But that is temporary. We will be removing that. And of course, there will be heavy equipment all through this. Next one. Okay, so we already went over, you'll have access to your home. Like I said, if they're in front of your driveway, let us know. Here's the number that you can call the inspector to let them know ahead of time that you need to be out. Again, 15 minutes is ideal. Anything more than that would be perfect. I mean, we'll move as fast as we can, but you need to give us time to get stuff out of the way and get it to where you can get in and out. And at the end of every day, we will button everything up and we'll PC the area, try and get it, as clean as we can. But again, it's construction and it's messy. So while the construction's going on, there's what's called temporary pavement placed over the trench that runs lengthwise down the street. And this is, again, temporary, and we try to keep it as clean and smooth as possible, but it does have a tendency to migrate a little bit. Again, if you'll let us know that if there's a big problem, we will make sure and get that cleaned up. At the end of the job, we will do what's called a mill and overlay, and we take like a big grinding machine and we take off about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of pavement that's there and put brand new asphalt from curb to curb in the areas where we've done work. Next. So the service lines are the lines that come off the mains, and that's the smaller crew that'll generally come behind. And they run what are called laterals that come straight off of that main line to your yard. We do our best to keep the disruption minimal. We try and do as small a curb cut as we can. Try not to damage anything that's in your yard, but if it is there, we try to put it back exactly like we had it, or you had it rather, to begin with. And again, if there are problems with that, please let the inspector know. Timeline for this one, it's a 21-month project. We will generally be working Monday through Fridays, and the work goes from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Just know that it is a possibility that there might be some weekend work, but generally speaking, we try to do the work Monday through Friday where most people are at their office. Trees are often a big concern on these projects, and the city of Austin loves our trees, and it's been that way my entire life, and that's not going to change. We do our best to trim them back to the distances shown on the slide. 14 foot is so that machines can get underneath, and box trucks, whatever, that's the safe height, we'll say, for the trees. And we do have a registered tree arborist that comes and does this work. And we will take every care we can. And if it's possible, we won't touch the trees. I mean, that's our ideal situation. But in older neighborhoods, sometimes those trees hang over the road, and we have to trim them back. And maybe we can get the backhoe under it, but then the paving company has a great big machine, and we need that 14 foot for that. So there is a reason why we touch them. We don't do it all willy-nilly. We're doing that because we have to. Next. We will not be closing the entire street. There is usually a flagger, and we will flag you around, but there will be one side or the other being closed down while we're doing work. If there is a big issue, we might have to close down a lane, but ideally, we're going to let everybody be able to get around us. And again, you'll always have access to your home. And if you need to get in or out, again, let the inspector know, and we will facilitate that happening. Trash and recycling, compost. So majority of the projects, we don't have any problems with this, and the contractor does a really good job of helping to get those bins picked up. If they see the trash truck coming, the guys will, move your bins to where they're easily picked up. And if for some reason they're not picked up, call 311 and report it. And if they're not picked up within 24 hours of that, let us know. Again, call Jason or myself, and we will get in contact with somebody else to make that pickup. Planned water outages. We try to do as little disruption as we can to you guys. I mean, as little as you can do with great big giant yellow machines making a lot of noise. But as far as water being out, we do not have a lot of unplanned outages typically on these projects. In other words, we let you know ahead of time that we are going to be doing outages when we're switching over from one line to the other line. And you will get some notification typically the day before that a planned outage is coming. If something happens and we hit a line, sometimes there are unplanned outages, and we are not able to notify you because we accidentally hit something that we probably shouldn't have. But we will get that taken care of as quickly as possible, and we will, generally speaking, notify people in the immediate area of what's going on. Oh, so here's where we talked about the emergency outages. Again, we're talking about a little, 1-inch line going across the street. They're not real easy to miss sometimes. But our goal is to make it through the entire project without any emergency outages.
Okay, and thank you, Lisa. And now it's time for questions. Let's see if we've got a rowdy crowd or a quiet crowd today. I don't see any messages popping up yet, but Lydia and I will both keep an eye on the chat and the Q&A and see. Please, this is a great time. Ask any questions. There are no dumb questions, and our whole team is here to answer them. So we'll give everybody a minute or so here and see if anyone has any questions. Oh, come on. Someone's got a question. Anything anybody else want to add while our audience is thinking about whether they have any questions or not? We're about to give you some contact information. So of course you can always follow up if you have questions after this meeting. In fact, let me go ahead and put our contact information up. And these are 3 good numbers for you to have. These are on our website as well. And you can always just Google Austin Water, Ivanhoe Project, any shorthand like that, and you'll come up with the website. And a reminder, Obi is going to be taking over as project manager in August. His contact information is on our website. So don't be fooled by this wishful thinking panel that Lisa was staying around. Okay, Lydia, I am not seeing any questions popping up. Are you?
No, me neither. But I did want to emphasize that on the website, the previous slide, if anyone wants to have just updates to sign up for those communications, because in the newsletter that we'll send out, if there are any major updates and you just want to stay up to date with what's going on with the project over the course of 21 months, it's a long time. Just sign up there.
Yeah,
Using the
thank you
QR
so
code.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for flagging that. Yeah, those updates will keep you posted when we change streets. If there are any water outages, like Lisa emphasized, we do have some planned outages, but only for good reasons. If there's an emergency break, we let people know what's going on, all sorts of details like that. So thank you. Okay, well, we have a quiet audience tonight, but thank you very much for joining us for this public meeting. We appreciate your engagement, and we hope that you will spread the word to your neighbors that there's a communications email they can sign up for on this, that's here on this page, and that we're looking forward to being good community partners out there during this project and making your lines better and safer. So does anyone from the panel have anything to add? Otherwise, we'll call it a night.
I'm good.
Okay, thank you again, Lisa. You always give a great presentation. So, okay, well then, I guess, Lydia, are you gonna end it
Yep.
for all of us? And I'll see
Yeah.
y'all later. Okay.
Thanks,
Y'all have a good
everybody.
night. Thank you.
Let's have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin.